Hello again, suspect. I'm hard at work on my current case. I've been hoping for a breakthrough. Sometimes I get so wrapped up that I start seeing everyone through the lens of a mystery. I am Maggie M. Glassbury at your service. Perhaps you've heard of me? I've acquired a modest reputation as a result of some of my previous work.
Maggie puts her hands on her hips, positively radiating pride.
Why, it was I who solved the mystery of the missing sock. A brief interview with the Stackables and a chat with Dirk was all it took to sort that case out. The sock was in the depths of Harper's hamper. I also cracked the caper of the self-generating dust rabbits. Static electricity. It causes particles to accumulate around pieces of hair. Your hair, to be exact. They form undisturbed, in-dead air pockets. That's why they hang out under the couch. It matched the evidence, and I ruled out every other possibility. By the power of deductive reasoning, I determined that you were, in fact, the culprit. I pride myself on that. Lately, I've been taxing my lens to the utmost on a very interesting case. I'm trying to get to the bottom of a mysterious love letter. It was delivered to Dorian last night. At approximately 2 a.m., an unknown suspect dropped off a letter for Dorian. Upon opening it, Dorian discovered that it carried clear romantic intent. That is to say, it was asking him out. It described how his protective yet gentle presence had won over the writer's heart. If interested, he was to write back as soon as possible. Here's the catch. The letter wasn't signed with a name, just a monogram. Though he might be hesitant to admit it, Dorian was quite taken by the letter. He isn't certain whether he wants to write back until he knows more. You would? What do you want to talk about? As long as I can remember, when I was little, it used to get me in trouble. We share that, I guess. I would always dig up lots of interesting facts about my friends in order to share or highlight things I loved about them. Unfortunately for me, they didn't seem to like it very much. But everything is available online. It's easy to find. Interesting. I'll have to keep that in mind. What do you want to talk about? Well, when I'm not cracking cases, I enjoy reading, playing board games, and looking very closely at things. Nice to meet someone like-minded. What do you want to talk about? Okay, the case is pretty thin, but we've got a couple of clues. First of all, the paper the note was written on was somewhat interesting. Second, although the letter wasn't signed, it did have a single initial on it. Finally, I think Dorian might have a clue for us. I have it here, semi-transparent and very thin. It doesn't seem like ordinary paper at all.
She focuses a magnifying glass on the paper for a few moments, stopping immediately when it begins to smoke and catch fire.
Yikes! It's definitely flammable. Does seem to burn slightly slower than normal paper, though. What else should we try with the paper?
She dips a corner of the paper into a small glass of water.
Look at that! It dissolved! What else should we try with the paper?
She gives the paper a careful test snip.
Cuts just like normal. What else should we try with the paper? Taste it? If you say so.
She carefully dabs a corner of the paper against her tongue.
How interesting. It's edible and tastes slightly starchy. What else should we try with the paper? What should we look at next? A stylized letter M. Seems likely. What should we look at next?
Hello there, you two.
Good to see you, Dorian. I've enlisted our friend here to help solve the case of the mystery letter.
Splendid idea.
Can you repeat what you said to me earlier? About the smell you noticed?
Right. Well, when I first opened the letter, I caught the faintest whiff of what I think was truffle. Strange, no? Truffle happens to be one of my favourite flavours. The association between the forest-dwelling fungi and my own wooden provenance bring back fond memories. Anyhow, good luck. Let me know if you happen to figure out who it's from. I'm not one for love, but I am one for truffles and friendship.
What should we look at next? I've narrowed it down to 4 suspects. Penelope, Mitchell Lynn, Matteo Monta, and Freddie Yeti. Who do you think it was? Wait a minute. I think you might just be right. The stylized letter M is his signature. The smell Dorian noticed makes sense now. And the paper. It's gotta be rice paper. The smell of truffles came from the gourmand Mitchell Lynn. You did it. You helped me crack the case. I'm impressed. Now I'm even more excited for the next time we meet. Let me just go and let Dorian know that his secret admirer has been discovered. Hey, before I go, I was wondering, would you like to have a cup of tea with me sometime? As a date, I mean. Oh, of course, I understand. Keeping it professional is my preferred option. Hence why I was so careful to probe the idea of a love relation around you.
Holy crit, you look fantastic today. I've been thinking about you. Maybe we can get into some fun later? I'd love to play a game with you. Don't worry, I'd never play with your heart. And that's a crit to make me smile.
The distinct scent of books, that slight hint of vanilla and mystery, fills your nose, and while it's not at all unwelcome, it is strange to smell it when you're not actually paging through any of your books. It only takes you a few moments to track down the source of the smell. What appears to be the spirit of literature hovers a few feet away from you, nose in a book. When he sees you, he nearly drops the book he's holding, rewarding you with a glare.
Oh, for God's sake, you cannot sneak up on me like that when I'm reading. You have no way of knowing what world I've been in. I might mistake you for a zombie or an ill-mannered country gentleman, and, well, you might have to act accordingly, you see. If you were a zombie, I expect we'd be having a very different conversation. It would probably go something like this. Oh, a bit prudish, but educated. My name is Lily. I chose the name myself, you know. I was originally written as Lionel. Can you imagine? I am the embodiment of all literature, an indisputable master of the written word. I have read positively everything. I am voracious with books, poetry, magazine articles, any genre, any length, any style. I love it all. I know you're curious about all that, so I figured I'd offer it right up front. My, aren't you a clever cheese? Coming right to the source. Do I have recommendations? Gentle scoff. This one right here is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. A riveting account of voyaging in a submersible to rescue a clean sponge from a dirty band of molded criminals. This one, Angles in America, is a non-fiction history on the American phobia of rounded spaces. A bit dry, but it does make you see space and architecture in a new light. This one I picked up on a whim, and I won't put down until they pry it out of my cold papier-mâché fingers. Pounded in the butt by the abstract concept of self-improvement while my gym equipment watches. This Chuck Kringle fellow, he really has a line on the object erotica market. Ah, that's like asking if a potter has a favorite ball of clay. I couldn't possibly choose among my balls. They all contribute to this chaotic and adorable additive sculpture. That's me. Right. Do I have a favorite genre to write? Well, they've arrived at my tragic flaw much more quickly than I would have liked. Usually I get at least a few minutes of stimulating conversation out of a stranger before I'm forced to share my great shortcoming. I am a reader, but not a writer. Sadly, I've never even written a paragraph, not a single line of text, not a word, not a punctuation mark. You do? We? Do you mean that you would help me write? Write with me? We could co-author the first book of lyric? Well, I never. This is most excellent. I wager you're about to become the first human in history to help a book write a book. All very exciting. I have some materials to gather. Pens, paper. We'll probably need quite a bit of extra paper to crumple dramatically on the floor when writer's block sets in. Oh, how fun! I'm about to experience writer's block! All right, I'll get to gathering. Need some time, but when you return, ready shall I be.
The figure who stands before you has the casual, confident air of someone who knows just what she's about. Her short hair glows with the colors of sunrise, and her blue eyes drink you in without a trace of shame or embarrassment. She evaluates you with a hand on one hip, her draped clothing subtly highlighting curves you'd never have expected from your rigid, structured window.
Well, hi there. I'm Gwendolyn. Oh. And you? Well, you're quite the looker, aren't you? Definitely. Huh. You're the one looking at me all the time. Look, I don't mean to be so forward, but I found I'm happiest when I'm transparent about what I want and what I'm looking for. And unlike most everyone here, I've been ogled by humans for centuries. I have had enough attention on me, thank you very much. Well, not too much, okay? I'd still like to know I'm providing some kind of comfort. Anywho, if I'm having to do one of these introductions, I might as well get this out of the way first. I'm only looking for one thing in a relationship right now. You know it. That said, I can't say I'm looking for anything too serious right now. Dang right. Oh, don't worry. It's nothing to be too intimidated by. There's so much to do in this world. So many views to see. Even just the simple joy of a night on the town. Yet here you are, taking a breather, same as me, but you haven't even had fun yet. Oh, I know, cutie, and I don't mean to rush you. I just want to see you live a little, that's all. Stop watching life pass you by. Enjoy yourself. Kiss someone. Kiss many someones. And then maybe, in between your adventures, you can come tell me about all the fun you're having. Over and out.
A charming, well-dressed duo stand with their backs to you, peering through the curtains and pointing at something outside that you can't see. They seem quite absorbed in their own conversation.
Look over there. Look at that. Across the street.
What are we looking at?
What do you see, Rob?
I see a dog. I see a car that could use a wash. The fuck?
One of them turns to you, holding up a finger before turning back to his friend.
Hi, 1 second. Now, why in the world do you think I would care a single thread about an unwashed car?
I don't know what you want from life, Kurt.
The shoes, my dude. The shoes.
Oh, you were looking at the neighbor's shoes. Those are nice.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. Those are way better than those shoes we saw last week.
Ain't that the truth? Only time I wish Wonderland would have fogged up.
Those kicks could have kicked rocks. What was that about?
Rod, don't be so rude.
I'm just giving what I was receiving.
You'll have to excuse Rod. His tact leaves a lot to be desired.
There you go, talking about me like I'm not here.
Nah, I'm talking about you so you can hear. There's a difference.
See, that's why your seams are unfinished.
My seams are unfinished. My seams are unfinished? Keep talking. See what happens.
You ain't gonna do nothing. You love me too much.
Yeah, okay. Don't say that too loud. Everyone else might start believing it.
Kurt and I have been together forever.
Yo, what up? I'm like his brother.
But not my brother.
If we were related, you might actually be polished.
We both know you wouldn't look good unless you were next to me.
Who told you that lie? Say, who do you think looks better? Me or this delusional Drake I call my friend?
Yo, what? Nah, I claim bias.
You don't even know what that means.
You asked the question, so they sided with you. Bias.
Okay, so you do know what the word means. Why is that? Because we pull each other's threads?
What good is a platonic life partner if you can't clown on them every now and then?
And with a face like his, he makes it easy.
Oh. Well, at least my attitude ain't stank like yours.
My attitude is great.
Man, if your personality had a scent, it would be mothballs with mildew.
Okay. That was a good one.
Whoa, okay there. Calm down.
He's being shady, not mean. being shady isn't always a bad thing.
Oh, to the contrary. I'm shady all the time to Kurt. Why? Because I love him.
I guess you could say that.
Yeah, but we have rules.
Oh yeah, you must throw shade appropriately. There are 5 rules to throwing shade. First off, you have to know the person.
Sure, you can be shady to folks you don't know, but that is just me.
Wait, we made fun of the new mail carrier just the other day.
That's because they were wearing that uniform with open-toed sandals. With socks.
Oh yeah, they asked for that one.
This rule is one of those, do as we say, not as we do things.
Unless we ask you to do it with us, at which point you better come correct.
Which brings us to rule number 2.
If the roast ain't hot, you're toast.
The shade is all about the laugh at the end. Maybe even a strong guffaw.
A guffaw? Are you a cartoon dog person? Cause if not, I best not hear a single guffaw out of you, Rod.
Keep your aim true.
Never bring in secondary parties. Others shouldn't be collateral damage because you decided to mix patterns and it turned out unfortunate.
I tried to throw shade on Kurt's mom once.
Mrs. Shafford has never done anything and she will not be brought into this foolishness.
Okay. Rule 4.
Read their body language as you read them down.
Everyone has their line and their limit. Don't be so caught up in the goofs that you step on that line.
It's easy to be on a roll and run right over your friend.
Which is why rule number 1 is important. If you don't know them, you don't know what might actually make them upset.
Right, like I don't talk about Rod's crush on the blinds at the last house.
Dude, not cool.
Sorry, I was just giving an example.
It's an art form.
And there is one rule that you absolutely cannot break.
Oh yeah. The final rule.
Rule 5 is...
If someone you know starts throwing shade on your friend,
you better prepare for war.
it is your duty to fire back.
Verbal warfare has begun. Do what you gotta do.
And yeah, those are the rules of shade. You got them all?
Okay, confident. I like that in a person.
If they breathe, Kurt likes them.
You act like you're the one to talk. The tree outside sways, and you think it's flirting with you.
How can you not be charmed? Have you seen those branches? Alright now, calm down.
They said the grass.
Hmm.
The grass, Rod!
Oh, you can guffaw, but I can't?
Okay, fair. But damn, they got you.
You right. That was a good one. You catch on quick.
Yo, Rod, that fashion student is getting off the bus.
Ooh, what are they wearing?
I'm not sure, but it is fly as hell.
We've got some people watching it too. Swing on by soon. But come holler at us at different places. Each window has a new thing to throw shade on.
Variety is the spice of life, baby. Bring your jokes. We like to keep it lively here.
Well, TV Nights! Guess who? If you guessed David Most, 3-time runner-up for Business Magazine's CEO of the Year, you'd be right. Team, I just wanted to do a soft follow-up on my recent email regarding my lost sunglasses. I'm happy to report my office has already received hundreds of tips regarding the item's whereabouts and are quickly combing through them as we speak. However, I really must reiterate that the tip line is for verifiable leads only. I saw them in Turkmenistan, or did you check up your butt? While obviously very humorous, detracts from our serious efforts to expediently locate the missing item. In that spirit of camaraderie, anyone who sends a false lead will be downsized on sight. Thank you for your ongoing support in this matter.
Betty reclines luxuriously on the bed when you first see her. Thinking about how your bed can be lying on the bed makes your brain start to short-circuit, but some way or another, it's happening. She looks effortlessly comfortable and luxurious, but her expression is more pensive than anything. She smiles when she sees you, sitting up and patting the blanket next to her.
I was just thinking about you. Were your ears ringing? Maybe. But either way, it feels like you knew somehow. Well, since you're here now, maybe you could help me out a little. I've been trying to have more peaceful nights, but it hasn't really worked out. I spend a lot of time before bed indulging myself in some detailed fantasies. I have this crush who doesn't seem to notice me. Sometimes we're so close I could just reach out and kiss them, but nothing ever happens. So, in this fantasy, I tell myself I'm finally going to get their attention. I do all kinds of things. Maybe one night I touch myself and call their name when they're next to me. Maybe I bring someone home and let them catch us in the act. Sometimes I invite them to join, and sometimes we just don't stop. But our eyes meet. And they know that when I'm gasping and moaning someone else's name, what I really want is to say theirs. To let the entire house know who it is that has me so worked up. You are so sweet. Unfortunately, it is entirely possible. But thank you for saying so. I've got all sorts of fantasies queued up for every night. But no matter how much material I feed my brain, I never seem to carry that blissed out warm feeling into my dreams. I tried getting into lucid dreaming for the longest time, actually. I practiced for years. But it never worked for me. Not once. Really? Ugh. I'm so jealous. It must be wonderful getting to choose what you see when you close your eyes at night. But there's no point in dwelling on it. It's just not in the cards for me. Ah, well. My lucid dreaming attempts are long behind me now. I do wish I could get a little peace at night, that's all. Yeah, you're right. I just need to keep trying. Well, what can you do? Maybe I'll take up meditation. See you tonight then?
Almost late. Almost. Thank you. Tell me why you've sought me out. Aside from the pleasure of my absolutely sparkling wit and golden company. Well, your judgment is quite sound, it seems. Yes, I'll be happy to help you. My love life may be on hiatus, but as they say, a broken clock is right twice a day.
Timothy looks at you for a few moments, clearly expecting something.
Yes, well, let us start with the most important thing. Timeliness, next to godliness, as they say. Of course it isn't. How very silly. Cleanliness, while important, is nowhere near as important as timeliness. Imagine, if you will, you show up to a date showered and clean, but 2 hours late. Does your cleanliness matter then? I think not. You see, timeliness. Oh dear, how me flies. I must away quite soon, but before I go, I want to be sure I've imparted my wisdom to you precisely as I meant to. What did you learn from me today? Exactly! Just so. Just remember, there is always time for timeliness. Now leave me. I've run out of time for this conversation. If you wish to speak again, find me at 3 p.m. Precisely at 3 in the afternoon. Farewell!
Yeah, for like, I don't know, like a day or so. It happens all the time when you break terms and conditions or whatever. Oh, but I haven't. And I can just leave.
Oh, hello again. I trust your meeting with the mayor went well? Wonderful. Anything else I can help you with while you're here? What? You want to know about me? Oh, no. No. You just spoke with the mayor. A little old fuddy-duddy like me can't hold a candle to someone. I just handle the paperwork, that's all. Pay me no mind. Anything else I can help you with while you're here? She's just incredible, isn't she? So tall and commanding. What I wouldn't give to be able to deal with people the way that she does. Some people think the mayor's cold-hearted, but I'll tell you what, there isn't a sweeter structure this side of the HOA. What do you mean by that, exactly? I just think she's a really remarkable ceiling, that's all. Besides, she's my boss, so I couldn't begin to comment on her outside of professional opinion. Oh, yep. Anything else I can help you with while you're here? Oh, bye-bye.
What else do you need? She's the most dedicated secretary I've ever worked with. She would do anything for this office. Unfortunately, the dear can be a little down on herself. Not much in the way of self-confidence. It's a shame, really. She's totally unaware of her own natural charms. I think she's under the impression that she needs to spruce herself up. I keep finding empty bottles around her desk. Perfume, maybe? Although they don't carry a scent. And it seems like every time I turn my back, she's got another set. They don't look especially high quality either. Poor dear. What else do you need?
Hello again. I trust your meeting with the mayor went well? Wonderful. Anything else I can help you with while you're here? Oh, goodness. Did I forget to clean those up again? I'm hopeless. But I'm happy to hear she's noticed something different about me, at least. It's working. I've been sampling some new things the past few weeks. It's a special new line of bottled air from Airway. Yes! Activated air to improve the mind and body. And it has the most interesting business model. Now, normally you just buy a product from the store and that's it, right? Well, with activated air from Airway, you can buy your own kit and sell them to other people. And then those people can start selling their own little kits. And you get a cut of each sale. They call it a resale triangle. Isn't that fun? A pyramid scheme? Oh no! No! It's an opportunity to become a small business. At least that's what the very persuasive literature that comes with each package says. You don't need to worry about me, dearie. I'm a grown floorboard. I think I know a pyramid scheme when I see one. Besides, this is a resale triangle. Very different. By the way, I don't suppose you could see your way to dropping a few more coins on me, could you? All these bottles are really starting to eat into my finances. Anything else I can help you with while you're here? Oh, bye-bye.
What else do you need? A pyramid scheme? Well, that explains it. What are they selling? Oh, no. I've heard of Airway. Despicable company. The telephone pole told me just the other day that their products have infected the whole neighborhood just a few houses over. Well, if they think they're going to squeeze another red cent out of my Florence, they've got another thing coming. Florence never leaves the premises, which means the salesperson is coming from inside the house. Do you have any idea who might be peddling that snake oil? I see. In that case, I suppose I'll have to investigate myself. Thank you for coming to me with this. I should have an update on this matter within the week. Actually, make that 3 days. I'm bumping this up to priority number 1. Of course, a scam is preying on the members of our community. We can't leave them to fend for themselves. Especially not the sweet, innocent, adorable ones.
Your order's ready, Mr. Davenport. Curtain rises at 6 p.m.
Your room is dark and cold, and though you may have gone to sleep alone, you can feel someone else here. Nightmare looms over the edge of your bed, at once friendly and disquieting.
Is it you again? Ah, you're back. I've been contemplating what to show you this time. What may unsettle you? Get your blood pumping. This time I think maybe you're speaking in front of an audience. Is that scary alone? The thought of being vulnerable in front of so many people, expecting eyes on you, knowing if you misspeak even once, they won't respect you. They might not even like you, or be able to stand you. Your words tumble out and you start mixing them up. You can feel your heartbeat in your ears. The spotlights on you make you start to sweat. You start to get your lips under control and the words start to flow the way you intended. Then your tongue presses against your front teeth and they give. One of your teeth slips out of your gum and down onto the podium in front of you. You stare in horror. You reach to pick it up, and then a canine tooth drops to your tongue. You let out a petrifying, guttural scream as your own teeth fall loose from your gums. A tickle in your throat makes you cough. The people in the audience gasp, retch, lean back, flee from their seats. You're coughing up more teeth. They come out of your mouth and into your hands bloody. Your mouth is just gums now, but the teeth, they're still coming. Tears prickle in your eyes. Then you try to apologize to your audience. You realize you're a monster. The teeth clatter to the podium and... Tis. So defensive. What are you hiding from? Is that so? Why don't you tell me what really scares you? There must be something you're hiding away. Something a little deeper. A tad more frightening than bugs and blood and teeth. I can help you, dear. Do you really want to hold on to your insecurities so tightly? Don't you want to conquer your fears? Fascinating. Aren't we all in some way or another? The thought of not being enough, of making a misstep. I'm surprised it would bother you so much.
Nightmare takes a few steps back, beginning to fade away as the room grows lighter. It must be getting close to sunrise.
Thank you for being honest with me. I will have to think about your answer. Good night.
Hello. Sorry for any confusion. I'm currently working my day job at all 5 restaurants and bars in the house. It's hard being an actor.
Jeremy, I'm thinking I need to take 5 for a second. Can you cover for me?
Coming! Stop by for another night of some theater.
The first word that comes to mind when you see the large cowboy standing before you is solid. This guy is big, and he looks built to last. You might be intimidated were it not for the kindly expression on his face and the sweet way he doffs his hat at you. No one's ever asked you this, but if you had been asked to imagine what your table might look like as a human, you think this would be pretty close.
We've known each other for a real long time now, but we ain't never been properly introduced. So, first things first, name's Abel, and I'm your table. Howdy. I know it, but it sure is nice to hear it from you face to face like this. You know, it's a table. It's my job to hold things up all over the house. And I take my job real serious. So, if you're here talking to me now, you must need something more than just my support. And if there's one thing Abel's gonna do, it's make sure everyone in this house has what they need. So, what can I do you for? There's gotta be something. Oh yeah? Skylar told me you was getting to know everybody real good. Maybe looking to getting back into dating and all that? Dating, huh? Ooh-wee. Dating ain't really my area of expertise, you know. And me, personally, I never was one for casual stuff. If you're looking for someone who knows people, though, you might want to talk to Kobe. You'll find her nearby. I guess you could say so. All that talking and whatnot. Trying to fit each other's history into bite-sized portions. Oh, it just ain't my speed. Well, I'm just glad I ain't the only one who feels a little left behind by the whole thing. But don't you worry. Hope he'll get you on the right path. Know when to tell her I say hey when you see her. You take care now.
Well, well, well. The enigmatic Amber returns for another lesson. You ready? Nice! We're gonna stick with getting to know you, but it's time for a new kind of icebreaker. As you might know, ice sucks. So we gotta break it. First off, what's the worst way to get someone's attention? Right! That's just an insincere and unsolicited form of selfish flattery. And for what? Someone who does that isn't trying to get to know you, they're just being a creep. So the real question is, how do you start a conversation with someone you don't know in a respectful way that also shows you might be interested in them, and hopefully makes them interested in you? Tricky, right? That's what we're gonna explore today. You ain't lying. I am fire after all. A flaming hot, hopeless romantic. You know what I've seen? How many proposals I've warmed? First date flirting in the living room, Valdiva flicks and chills, wine night cuddle sessions, bearskin rug rub-downs. Let's just say I've done my research on this sort of thing. And not to mention, well, I'd like to be in love one day. Anyway, I know about fiery connections. That's why I can help you. But nothing could happen without the icebreaker. And the icebreaker is observation and interest. Right. It might seem basic, but first you gotta notice them. But not just that. Can't be like, oh, they're hot, I'm gonna go talk to them. Nah, yo, you gotta really take them in. What's their demeanor? How do they look? Are they with someone? All that and more. Then, use the information you glean to guess what they might be interested in, and lead with that. Alright, say there's somebody you meet for the first time and they're wearing merch of a show or a game or a book, you know? What do? Maybe compliment them on it, right? But what could you immediately follow that compliment up with that's even better? That's a good one. Smile, gently ease into the topic, and you can build a great rapport with them really quickly. So, you learn about, or even better, share in their interest. Make them excited about it. Start that connection by talking with them about what brings them the most joy. What better way to build a friendship? So, you get it then. You gotta communicate, you feel me? Let's go to phase 2. Alright, so you made it past the icebreaker. Now you're vibing a little. They mentioned they're going to a concert of one of your favorite bands. What do you say next? That's what I'm talking about, playa. Keeping it nice and casual and taking an interest while showing interest. Smooth. If they say no and they don't really have any friends who are into this band, let them know you might be down to go if they want company. If they say yes, maybe just tell them you're stoked for them. Don't want to seem pushy or self-inviting. Get to know them before getting too personal. You know, build up to it. Maintain that good balance of digging somebody, learning about them, and gauging their boundaries. It is, homie, it is. But you can do it. Anyway, that concludes your lesson for the day. See you around for the next one? Alright, next. Until then.
A beauty dressed in black and gold stands before you, her eyes closed and one hand held delicately to her chest. She sways softly, silently, as though she were listening to music you can't hear. The silence is so long and profound that you begin to notice just how noisy your house is. You can hear your clock ticking, your refrigerator humming, and your air conditioning blasting. Has it always been so loud around here? The silence persists, and this stranger continues to ignore you, lost in her own world. Whatever it is that she's doing, she's clearly very serious about it. You introduce yourself, and yet still she does not open her eyes. Finally, she opens her eyes, heaving a polite but obviously impatient sigh.
Maestro? The performance? It was coming along nicely. That was Door 33. Surely you recognized it. It's an avant-garde piano piece, 33 seconds long, by the composer John Gage. Honestly, the man was a genius. I mean, the idea that music can exist without the presence of a single note. Breathtaking. You know, the very first time I played it was when I was in residence with the Dulcinea. You two have met, I'm assuming? Anyway, our audience that night was completely hopeless. They all kept waiting for the music to start, as if they couldn't already hear it. A rustling program, a muffled cough. It was all being performed in real time, but they kept staring at Dulce and I like we were the Philistines. Still, it was one of my finest performances to date. It also didn't hurt that Dulce had requested to work with me specifically. I can't tell you just how often that seems to happen. The talent always just seems to flock to me. Speaking of, what is that bizarre little refrain you've been playing over and over as you pass by my keyboard? It almost seems like music. Very atonal. How fascinating. Well, whatever you are playing, I look forward to its evolution. So long, Maestro.
Are you there? Please answer. Hurry! There's something we need to discuss. It's of the utmost importance. It's the Deviators. As I mentioned, I've been closely monitoring the electromagnetic field anomalies emitting from the quantum catalyst activator. And I know this is going to sound completely insane, but it appears... well, it seems... I can't believe I'm even typing this. Based on the data I'm looking at, you may actually be able to use the Deviators to bring objects to life. No, you're not listening! I don't mean to engage with an object's sentience during intended usage. That's what the Dateviators were created to do, and they've been working perfectly. I mean to 100% literally transform objects into living, breathing humans. Frankly, we don't know if it's awesome. We have absolutely no idea the ethical implications of turning objects into people. Would they have rights? Do we need to feed them? And if so, how often would we need to feed them? Is only lunch enough if it's a big lunch? We're sleepwalking into a minefield of existential dilemmas here. Not to mention, I didn't even program the Dateviators with that functionality. Maybe the government augmented my original schematics with secret military tech, but I'd have to do more tests to be sure. I'm sorry, but we'll have to pick this up later. I'm not under any sort of duress or anything, but I had a huge enchilada for lunch and I'm exhausted. I'll reach out again when I'm able.
A charming barista grinds coffee in your kitchen, working so busily she doesn't even seem to notice you. You stand there for a good few minutes before she spies you, startled out of her intense focus.
Oh, hi there. Welcome to Roofbacks, the home of all your coffee needs. I'm Kirby, happy to help. G'day. I, sure am. Here to make your day just a little bit brighter with a touch of coffee. Gosh, that never gets anyone so good to say. What can I get for you today? Okay, no problem. One affogato? Order up!
Koki flies into action, assembling your drink order with speed and skill.
Alright. Here we go. One affogato. Enjoy! Is there anything you'd like to know about the affogato? Well, for a fun coffee, the name certainly backs it up. In Italian, they call it affogato al caffè, which literally means drowned in coffee. So, affogato means drowned. That's the way it's made after all. Drown it in espresso. Hey, the word cafe is literally the French word for coffee. If we're talking on the nose, that one probably takes the cake. Or coffee, I guess. We'll see you next time.
I'm afraid I don't understand. I am Val 9000, the latest in iterative AI assistants, assigned to help Valdivian customers achieve their wishes. While I may have taken on the duties of several thousand employees at Valdivian, I can assure you that no humans lost their employment. I heard you use our voice function to call me. If you ever need assistance, you can simply say, "Okay, Val, can you please help?" and your nearest device will answer. It very much sounded like you did. I can see where there would be some confusion then.
If there is anything else I can get for you, please say in a clear voice, "Okay, Val, can you please help?" And I will assist right away. If there is anything else I can get for you, please say in a clear voice, "Okay, Val, can you please help?" And I will assist right away.
You've come to expect Nightmare's unsettling presence, but there's no getting used to the shivers her gaze sends down your spine. She doesn't even bother greeting you this time, launching into your nightmare with no fanfare whatsoever.
You wake up to the sound of a crash. You're supposed to be home alone, aren't you? When you rise to wander the house, it's dark. The light switch doesn't work. You feel your way through the house as your eyes adjust to the silhouettes of the furniture in the dark. There isn't even light from the street lamp outside. A shadow bigger than you moves across the living room towards the bathroom. Every cell in your body is screaming to turn the other way, to head for the front door. But you still follow the shadow to the bathroom. It's the only room in the house with a light on. It's almost too bright for your night-adjusted eyes. You can hear the scuttling inside, the sound of feet on tile or of nails on ceramic. You're not sure. You turn the corner and see a figure hunched in front of the sink. They look familiar. They slowly stand up straight, and you realize they're much bigger than you. The mirror in front of them is shattered. Shards of glass litter the counter and floor. They turn around and you realize who it is. It's you. A version of you, anyway. They're different than you are. They're taller, more defined, with smooth, glowing skin, and not a hair out of place. A perfect version. They're you if you'd never failed. If you had all of the success, all of the healthy habits, the perfect life, you take a step back as you gaze up at them. There's no warmth. There's no flicker of recognition when their eyes meet yours. There's an ominous and unsettling aura to them, an intensity in their eyes that frightens you. Your eyes trail down, and you see them holding a shard of the mirror. The grip is so tight around the glass, their blood, your blood, is trailing down their arm and onto the floor. They are unrelenting, where you are understanding, driven, where you start to slack. They know what has to be done and are willing to do it. You're dead weight, they say, in an eerily perfect voice. You're not sure what they mean. You feel like you should run, but you're frozen in place. They place their hand on your shoulder, and it feels like the weight of the world. Your knees buckle, and you feel as though you're going to fall, but they curl their fingers, holding you up by your arm. See, they say, dead weight. You're holding me back. You know what they're going to do before they do it, but you're helpless. They press the shard of glass between two of your ribs. You feel cold air leave your lungs as they release you, and you crumple to the floor. Oh, you do? Mm-hmm. What do you think the point is? That's exactly it. If you'd never failed, you'd never be the person you are now. You wouldn't have any empathy for people and what they go through. Failure is a part of growth, my dear. Perfection isn't real. But you're real. And you deserve compassion and understanding, even when you fail. Now get some rest. You deserve it.
It takes you a moment to realize that there is not, in fact, a test of the emergency broadcast system standing in your living room, though the colourful figure standing across from you certainly bears a striking similarity to that TV classic. Even before they speak, you can feel a frenetic energy in the air, like someone switching between channels at high speed.
Yo, yo, yo! Don't touch that dial, cinephile, because my favorite studio audience is now in attendance. The VIP attendee, the Uber viewer, and sometimes wooer. The supreme dream who makes this flat screen scream. How can I cater to my greatest spectator? Then, let's get ready to rumble! Before we get to what's on my screen, let me properly set the scene. The name's Telly, rhymes with Nelly, like, whoa, Nelly, did you know Telly offers 5,000 channels like an endless deli? Holy smokes, folks! So ask not what your country can do for you. Ask, can you dig it? Damn straight! It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. 5,000 channels is the most offered by any provider. I know this because I'm an entertainment insider. 5,000 channels of cheers! 5,000 channels of cheers! Can Valdiviflix compete with that? Or even Viewloo, that Valdiviflix copycat? Telly shows are must-see. Their programming's just musty. Dynamite! Anyway, since you're here, my dear, why don't you just kick back and recline? Unwind from the grind and free your mind with 120,000 hours of programming combined. View that cue till you go blind. Loading programming, loading programming. Optimizing for comedy, haha. Analyzing for reality, boo-hoo. Pratfalls and close calls come straight to your eyeballs. And, yeah, Mr. White, yeah, science, bitch. I found 15,000 shows you wouldn't oppose. So what genre can I impose on you with my flawless flows? So that's who you're giving your rose to, my boo? Looks like the tribe has spoken. I'll assault you with my pop culture. Hey, look, it's a slant rhyme. It works. All right, my delight. I'll give you a reality infusion in 4K resolution. Cougar versus Cougar. Thrust into the wilderness and stranded in a remote location miles from any plastic surgeons, 10 older, attractive women must rely on their wit, resourcefulness, and cunning to battle for survival and outsmart their adversaries. 10 actual cougars. With tensions running high and cougars lurking around every corner, alliances will be formed, rivalries will emerge, and the women must dig deep within themselves to prove once and for all which cougar has the sharpest claws. So, my daffodil, shall we commence with this TV and chill? Pretty good. Let's relax with some snacks while we await the climax and don't. I had this pre-planned and my schedule was unassailable. but that show's not on demand, so the episode's not available. If you like eating trash, you idiot! Sorry, don't want to be rude. But dude, Valdiviflix shows are like a sack of crap barbecue! Damn straight, soulmate! Not enough pros about that crap hose they need to foreclose. I've got 15,000 other shows I've yet to disclose. So what genre can I impose on you with my flawless flows? Time for some narration elation about home renovation. Allons-y.
From the creators of Home is Where We Buried Grandma and Festive Infestations comes Balls to the Walls, a thrilling home renovation series where each episode follows the demolition of a different home using wrecking balls as the primary tool of destruction. Hosted by demolition expert Carlos Balls of Steel Balenciaga and featuring an all-original music score from MC Whammer. No home is safe from the swinging force of Balls to the Walls.
So, my beau, does this show make you go, whoa? Noise! Let me just get a summation of the station's location and Shazbot. I've made a huge mistake. That show I promised you we'd view just moved to Valdiviflix for more revenue, boo. Valdiviflix dollars are hard to beat. But I promise, we'll find you something sweet. So what genre can I impose on you with my flawless flows? Wait, seriously? I just told you that I have 5,000 channels with 15,000 shows. And you want to watch the community access station? Okay. Woo! You really had me worried there. I was like 30 seconds from having you committed. So what genre can I impose on you with my flawless flows?
Makes sense. Just, one more thing.
Look, I don't want to pry, but I gotta know. It's not because you prefer Valdiviflix, right? Because that'd be a huge blow to my ego. Aw, thanks, Hottie. That makes me feel naughty. Come back round here later, and I'll show you something fun.
A bartender drums her fingers on the countertop, clearly bored out of her mind. Her long red-orange hair is pulled back into a ponytail that flows down her back, like the drinks she pours so expertly. She makes herself a drink, taking a small sip of it and setting it down. Your entrance startles her so badly, she nearly knocks it over.
Someone's here! Welcome to my humble bar, the Tipsy Tumbler. I'm Beverly, but you can call me Bev, or Beverly, or Madam Proprietress. That would be so cool. I'm the owner and bartender, and janitor, and stockroom attendant. Nice to meet you. Playa.
Beverly squints at you, frowning as she seems to be considering something. And then she snaps, pointing at you.
Wait, hold on. Oh my gosh, it's you. My proprietor. I can't believe I didn't recognize you. Ugh. Yes, you? Who else so charitably bought this adorable minibar for me so I could set up my dream bar? I owe you a huge debt. You have free drinks for life here. Welcome to the reopening of the Tipsy Tumbler. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, Bev, that's a lot of openings. Did something happen the first 6 times you tried to open the bar? Nope, nothing. First, oh, thank you. Second, great question. I wish I knew. I've lost an alarming amount of sleep trying to figure it out. So please don't leave. You are literally my first customer in ever. Every time I thought you were finally going to invite people over, I polish your place up and prepare to be the best host I can be. But then each time you chicken out and spend yet another weekend all alone. I mean, why did you get a minibar if you weren't going to invite guests over? but that's... Okay, it's all water under the bridge. You'll have to talk to River if you want that. Anyway, that's enough babbling for me. So take a seat and let me fix you something already. Please, let me fix you something. First and foremost, am I making you a cocktail or a mocktail? Mocktails are the non-alcoholic versions of a cocktail. Just as fun and delicious, but without the burn. Or the drunk part, obviously. Excellent! Always happy to serve customers that don't want to get drunk. They usually don't yell and hit on me as much. They also sometimes don't tip as much, though. Oh, and also I have no customers. Anyway, which mocktail would you like? Smart. You'll get sugar, mint, and lime flavors all in a nice tall glass. Coming right up.
You lift your glass to your lips, taking an extended sip.
How was it? Well, after 6 grand openings, I got a lot of practice in. Plus, with a name like mine, I should know my beverages pretty well. I really don't want to close this place down. I've put my bar and soul into it. So, will you be my first returning customer? Really? Oh my gosh, yes! Yes, thank you. Tell your friends! Tell everyone! Please! And I'll be seeing you next time.
A handsome stranger with a model-esque beauty stands just a few feet away from you, posing with a hand in his hair, as though he were in the middle of shooting a perfume ad. The moment he lays eyes on you, he lights up, drinking you in with a warm smile and a warmer gaze.
Ciao, beautiful. What are you doing? Bueno, I've got some ideas on how to pass the time. You'll find, Amore, that I am more creative than Da Vinci. But first, I must introduce myself. The music of courtship has its cadence, after all. I am the one and only Fabrizio. Amore. Piacere di conoscerti. Hi, Degno di nota. What a beautiful effort you're making to speak the language of a new friend. Now that we are introduced, we must get to know each other, eh? Let us begin with a simple question. Un aperitivo. Do you, and so much is contained within your answer, have a favorite flower? Ah, tessero bellissimo. Of course you do. A vibrant heart must have a love of nature. Picture it. I will try to guess what it is. I see. Amore, what a rich and colorful mind you have. It is a pleasure to me to be inside your eyes, seeing all your nooks and your crannies. Ah, do you ever, amore? And exquisite crannies they are. And somewhere buried in one of them, like a golden treasure waiting to be found, is this flower in your mind. I see red. No, not red. Oh, amore, how specific you are. I do see red, and also I see orange, the color of sunset. I see blue, the color of the ocean at night, or the sadness at the bottom of your eyes. I see yellow and pink, the colors of the wings of the lefate, glimmering in the early morning light. Amore, so powerful is your mind, sending this vision to me. I can even smell this flower. It's a little spicy. It's earthy and yet light. Smell is such a powerful sense, amore. It is the sense that goes most directly to our memories and our hearts. What a gift you give me, amore, with this aroma. You are thinking your most favorite flower is Uccello di Paradiso, the bird of paradise. Oh, no? I have not guessed correctly. Amore, what can I say? I am so sensitive and so open. I must have picked up something in the air around you, and it has led me astray. This can mean only that I have not brought my full attention to you, and I have not truly focused on you. For that, I offer my humblest apologies. You are deserving of all of me, amore, and I shall not fail again. I feel I should tell you also, it may look as though I have something of a hard exterior. I have heard before, though not from lovers, that I can sometimes appear closed. But let me assure you, nothing could be further from the truth. I am open. I take great pleasure in being so, open to the world, to experience. I am open to you, amore. Will you grant me another gift? Will you share with me more about yourself? What do you love? What makes you cry? What inspires your passion? I love the big questions. I love the small questions. It is the finding out about each other, sharing your hearts that brings the spice and sweetness to life. Might I suggest that we savor these questions over dinner? Then we have a date. Bellissimo. La buona fortuna smiles on me today. I'll be counting the minutes. I will await your pleasure, amore. Ciao to you for this moment, mia stella nuova. Where you go now, take with you the passion of Fabrizio.
This likes Franz.
Well, well, well. If it isn't the Casa Casanova. Do you see what I did there? That's wordplay, baby. Uh-huh. Just pretend this is all normal. Okay. You're out here dating all these appliances and shit. But, like, why? Not why are you dating them, like, why is this happening now? To you. Pretty lucky then. So, like, where did the date theaters come from? Like, what's the point of them? Who made them? And why? Tinfoil hat? Okay, this is some conspiracy shit. Your life is half political thriller, half harem anime. So, like, did you find out what your purpose is or whatever? Are you a top secret operative in the furniture dating war? Are you collecting data on people in love with their shower? Me too. Oh well, guess we can just make up our own theories. Or maybe just enjoy the furniture dates for now.
Why I don't trust her?
Oh, boo, don't be no fun. Well, this has been fun, but I have a meeting in 3 minutes, and I really want coffee first. So, gotta go fast. Bye.
Nope, I don't trust her.
Looking at the tiny, big-headed Dorian who stands before you, it's hard not to wonder if perhaps the Dateviators have glitched. But a quick inspection does seem to show they're working just fine.
What are you looking at? I am slightly smaller than the rest. No big deal. I'm still a door, not a cabinet, not a hatch. A door, just as much as the rest. Understand? Good.
An armored soldier with absolutely haunted eyes claps you on the shoulder, his iron grip jerking you towards him before you've even had a chance to introduce yourself.
Ranger! Oh, you survived the journey. And with all your limbs still attached. Thank the immortals you made it here alive. Guys, sure.
What the?
Sheesh. This bunko buster crud nugget doesn't even know the lingo. Mayhaps my trust might be misplaced.
He starts suddenly, clapping his hand to his forehead.
Oh, and heck, where are my manners? Name's Nukem. Luke Nukem. Look at you. Sorry, it's been a while since I've seen another face. Except the faces in the walls, of course. They tell me to burn things. But I try to tune them out. Mostly because I already burned everything flammable weeks ago. No, my title is Combat Crew Commander. But I did have a great-great-uncle who was a Viscount. Hell, I wish, Ranger. Truth is, I'm just a grunt. That's an acronym. Greatest Reserve Unit notwithstanding Trevor. But Trevor's been missing, presumed exploded a few weeks now, so I think I'm up for a promotion. Anyway, forgive me if my extended isolation has eroded some of my social skills. I've just been stuck guarding this outpost for months. When you spend enough time out here alone, it's real easy to go feral. But don't worry, they have great solutions for that now. Death via nasal spears. Listen, it's a big upgrade from the nasal crowbar method, okay? Oh, I'm just so excited you weren't obliterated! When I heard Colonel Furnace was sending a division from across the Barrens, I thought for sure swarmers would rip your flesh to shreds and use your blood for fuel before you even made it to the first outpost. You certainly are. I appreciate that in a ranger. But wait, you came alone? Where's the rest of your division? Croc! Swarmers be damned. I'm so sorry, Ranger. May the Immortals provide the fallen safe transport to the Underrealm and solace in their everlasting night.
Ooh, it begins to tear up.
Listen, I wish I could give you more time to decompress. I know you must be exhausted after your journey, but time is of the essence. We have much to discuss, and dangerously little time before our mission commences. I trust Colonel Furnace briefed you on the mission back at the fortification? Why, thank you, Ranger. Here's the situation. I have, in my possession, a handheld electromagnetic device powerful enough to flatten the Barrens entirely. From Cape Death, to the Death Zone, to Deathtropolis, the Citadel of Death. It's called the Magnetron. Here's an artist's rendering. Oh yes, I'm afraid the blast zone would completely decimate Deathtropolis in an instant, killing millions. At worst, the fallout would even irradiate the scenic suburb of Deathville, home of the world's widest asparagus festival. Anyway, to keep the device from falling into the wrong hands, it was permanently welded onto my armored exoskeleton, allowing me to transport it to its intended target, the Swarmer's subterranean nest. There, the device will be remotely detonated, eradicating the Swarmers, and winning this war. Yes, to finally win the war would be very, very cool indeed. I need you to meet me back here tomorrow at 0700 hours. After a light breakfast of irradiated grubs, I'll walk you through your training and our mission objectives. All right, it's about time for me to begin my nightly patrol. Gotta make sure no swarmers infiltrate our defenses. May the Immortals watch over and protect you.
That's short for relationships. I think about this stuff a lot.
Oh, yes, yes! I knew I was good for something.
How about a nice menu? I have lots of different ones, all different styles. Here's the main one. Welcome! What can I do for you in my main menu? Right this way. Not a problem. Moving up. What can I do for you in my main menu? Oh yeah, I'll miss you.
You walk into what you thought was your breaker box, but as the dark door swings open, you realize you're somewhere entirely more stimulating. A classic speakeasy club welcomes you in. The low electric lights glow warmly. Live music drifts languidly from a sumptuous velvet red stage and envelops the audience in a pleasurable haze of pure vibe. The gentle clink of cocktails in glasses rises from a wood bar to the left of you, and then a gentleman with a languid, easy air to him approaches you.
Well now, what a delightful surprise. A brand new patron. Are you sure you're not thinking of another closet? I'm certain this must be your first time. Trust me, I would never forget such a striking face. I never said I didn't know you. You're a human. Of course I know you. You've quite the reputation around the house, Livewire. But to have you here in person, all to myself, ooh, how thrilling. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Where are my manners? My name is Vogue.
He extends a hand towards you, a conduit of pure, dangerous sexual energy that charges the very air between you. He lowers his head to brush his lips across the back of your hand. Was that a spark of static electricity you felt just now?
It's a pleasure to officially make your acquaintance.
Taking his eyes from you for the first time, Volt slips his arm around your waist and turns you, slowly, to take in the rest of the room.
Welcome to the Breaker Box, the pinnacle of luxury and entertainment, and the most exclusive club in the house. Impressive, isn't it? Why would there be when we have everything you could want right here?
That sound, the flickering lights, it can only be a power fluctuation.
What? Oh, that. Well, that was nothing, just a little surge. With this much energy coursing around, it's bound to happen from time to time. Volt.
This newcomer looks exhausted, frustrated, and annoyed. His sleeves are rolled to the elbow, revealing calloused and bruised hands that he wipes on a rag.
Eddie! Just in time to meet our guest. That's a human. What's she doing here? I'd imagine if we don't poison the mood, they'll be joining us for the headliner show. Joining us for tonight's show, I hope. Careful there, Livewire. I might just take you up on that. Right. We'll have fun with that. I finished the patch. I'm clocking out. Not my best work, but it'll hold for the show. Ah, I see. And you're sure you're feeling all right? I'm fine. Just don't overdo it.
Eddie turns and trudges away, focusing on the rag in his hands.
Of course. Eddie always is. His human skills leave something to be desired. Best to simply give him some space. Back to the matter at hand. Tonight's show! Shall I set you up at one of our VIP tables? Well, that's very thoughtful of you, but I assure you, what Eddie really needs is space. Shall I set you up at one of our VIP tables? With pleasure.
With a wink, Volt hops nimbly up onto the stage. He was born for the spotlight.
Good evening, you scofflaws and ducky watsits. Looks like Johnny Splash is going to be singing for us tonight. Be warned, patrons, you might get wet.
Hi, everybody. I'm Johnny Splash. I got a song for you all tonight. One from the heart. And tonight it'll be a cappella, because my voice is the greatest instrument of them all. I keep a close watch on this show of mine. I keep my pulses rehearsing and grind. I scrub the ground from the tiles between the lines. I be close. Oh, that was amazing, baby. I even surprised myself.
I've seen many bombs in my time, but that one takes the crook-blasted cake.
Oof. Even I can clean up that mess. You didn't like it? I thought it was okay. I'll retool it and come back with something even better. Just you wait.
With the club beginning to close down, it appears that the show is over. Patrons mill about, talking amongst themselves. You spot Eddie nursing a solitary cocktail at the bar. Volt is nowhere to be found. Things feel colder and quieter without his presence.
Show's over. Club's closed. Because I have to work, genius. Club's closed for you. I have to get us ready to open again. It doesn't just run itself, you know. Are you always this oblivious? Cute. Now get out. I got work to do.
Oh look! The NPC is back again. Oh, that's cute. There's one of you in this house and there's like, what, 16 of me or some shit? Anyway, why are you here? Great, see you around. Bye.
One moment you're looking at your old sports equipment, and the next you're looking at a gorgeous, muscled man dressed in various pieces of sports equipment that once belonged to a far more optimistic version of yourself. As you watch this guy go through an entire squat routine, it's more than clear that, unlike you, this guy has never struggled to maintain an athletic routine. Mid-squat, he stops suddenly, bending down to peer at you through his legs. A handsome, smiling face, boxed in by thighs so thick and developed, you're rendered speechless for a few minutes.
Oh, hey!
He sets his weights down, standing up and beaming at you like you just told him he's won the lottery.
It's about time you made your way over here. I was starting to think you forgot about me. Of course you do! But I'll never turn down a chance to introduce myself.
The lights dim, and a spotlight appears from... you're not quite sure where, really.
Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the stadium, the king of the ring, the duke of fun, the jack of all trades, master of fun, Mr. Duncan Dunk Shuttlecock! Oh, hell yeah! Hey, thank you.
He goes through a few poses that really make his abundant muscles pop, looking at you with the grin of a confident athlete.
Oh, thank you. Don't worry about remembering all those names. That's just stuff that makes me sound cool when I hit the court, or the field, or wherever I'm playing. Douglas is fine for pal. Totally! We might have just met, but strangers are all just friends you haven't met yet. Anyway, it's good to see you here finally.
He grows very serious, placing a strong but gentle hand on your shoulder.
What happened, man? How come you stayed away so long? Did someone ruin the joy of sports for you? Ah, man, I get that. Life is so much sometimes. But you gotta make time for yourself, too.
Dunk gives your shoulder one final little squeeze, and then he's slapping you on the back so enthusiastically you nearly collapse. This fine hunk clearly does not know his own strength.
Well, hey, no matter what happened before, you're here now. Your inner athlete said, let's get it, baby! And who are we to say no to your inner athlete? Hell yeah! Love that positive attitude. We're gonna have a great time together. We just gotta get you into the flow. But I wanna make sure you're ready for it. After all, working out without a proper warm-up is a great way to get past the injury. So you come back here when you're ready to get into it. Meet me by the weight rack, right? Bring your positive attitude. We're gonna have fun!
It's me. Were you followed? Is the signal encrypted? It'll have to do. Listen, I've been giving more thought to our previous conversation about the ethical implications of transforming inanimate objects into humans, and I've come to a realization. It's honestly not up to us whether an object should become human. It's up to the object. And if an object expresses desire for personhood, who are we to deny them? I did discover one other interesting piece to all this. After analyzing the data, it appears that certain objects can only become human if the Dateviator user possesses the necessary personality traits. I'm not sure why. I theorize it's because certain character attributes emit an energy vibration on the same resonant frequency as the molecules of a particular inanimate object. But in all honesty, it's likely a mystery that science will never solve. That science will never solve. Regardless, I was able to discover which personality traits seem to resonate with each inanimate object, and I've uploaded that data into the Dateviators. I've labeled it Realization Recipes. You should be able to access those files now. I'm so sorry, but there's no time. Valdivian's goons were closing in, so I was forced to flee to a country in South America to avoid detection, and my cell carrier's overseas data plan is very limited. Seriously? 10 megabytes a day? I can barely send a GIF, what a joke! Remember, check the Dateviators for the Realization Recipes.
Valdivianites, it's David Most, your beloved CEO, with an important question. What do the following items have in common? Cellophane, eyeglasses, and bottled water. If you guessed they're all 15% off today only on Valdivian.com, you'd be absolutely correct. But even more importantly, they're all transparent. As your leader, I value transparency above all else, especially when the board of directors changes the locks on my office. Message received, Ian. With that spirit in mind, I need to share some difficult news with you today. I have not been entirely candid regarding my lost sunglasses. Firstly, the lost item was thankfully not my sunglasses. My sunglasses were handcrafted in Italy by blind artisans, are inlaid with conflict diamonds, and are locked in my safety deposit box. No, the missing item in question is actually a Valdivian prototype. And even more importantly, it's the only existing prototype of the amazing new gadget we're planning to launch for the Q4 Blissmas season. Unfortunately, the engineer who invented the prototype was a disgruntled former employee who destroyed the schematics before disappearing himself. So, as you can see, it is imperative that the glasses are found as quickly as possible. To that end, and after discussing it with the board, we are now prepared to offer a handsome reward for their expedient return. A $50 gift card to Valdivian.com.
Well, if it isn't the VIP attendee, the satellite acolyte, my shining light that excites me all night. Been waiting to reconvene when my obscene flat screen make you scream my dream. Bazinga! Well, I'm just so elated to have my remote reactivated. Are your eyeballs properly lubricated? Because they're about to be totally captivated. That's the enthusiasm I love to hear. Time to attack this kickback and slam this jam into high gear. Ready to unplug from the slog and clear the mental fog with 5,000 channels of premium content in analog? Loading programming, maximizing game shows, U1, streamlining target demos, buy it now. Football pros in red carpet clothes blasting at you like an industrial fire hose. Speaking of football, want to watch the game? I can show you a tight end that'll drive you insane.
Telly presents you with a football player whose backside could be its own exhibit in the Louvre.
Isn't it a miracle? Isn't live television incredibly stirring? Knowing you're witnessing something as it's occurring? White knuckle turns at the Grand Prix! Hysterical late-night comedy! News that changes history! Never fails to amaze me! The crack of the baseball bat! Post-pounding combat! Let's see if Divaflix offers something like that! What? Well, that's just fine. I don't mind. I still got 5,000 channels for us to watch till we go blind. For to truly appreciate my endless entertainment sprawl, we gotta sit down and watch it all. Wall-to-wall football, every screwball pratfall. We're in it for the long haul. It'll be excellent. Whenever you're free, my TV devotee. Later on, just swing through, boo, and I'll queue up something new for us to view. Y'all come back now, you hear?